On. It is, what do we got here? 7:48 on a Wednesday morning in the studio. Mike Barrett, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good. We're doing good policies this morning, brought to you by the Barrett Insurance Agency in St. Johnsbury. BarrettAgency.com.
TheBarrettAgency.com.
The Barrett Agency.
I tried to buy BarrettAgency.com. Wouldn't you know it, somebody had already bought it. I think there was a Barrett Insurance in Nevada that had that. So I had to put the THE in front. And
what about BarrettAgency.us?
Oh, I like the . I'm old school, Val.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a US. I'm a .com guy.
But there's a lot of US sites out there, or
there
.net,
is.
or
right. Well, and now there's all those new domains. .insurance, I think, is a new one.
Really?
Pretty sure. There's like there's a dot for everything.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. So, are we still talking add-ons?
Yeah, why not? Why not? I think we're on a good trend here. I really do. You know, because
I've learned a lot.
Everybody has to have insurance for one reason or another. Either you want to drive a car in Vermont and it's required by law, so you need at least liability, or you get a finance vehicle and you need to add additional coverage. But what is available beyond that? It's important to know.
Yeah. I love these add-ons because they're cheap.
They are.
And if you are financing your car, you're required to carry full coverage anyway. You don't have any choice.
Right.
So with that in mind, the extra $6 a month for these
totally worth
great
it.
add-ons.
Totally.
Totally.
Yeah, and this one we're talking about this morning is actually one of my favorites. I love everyone we've talked about, but this one cost-wise is really, it's a no-brainer. Now, when you buy a brand new car or lease a brand new car, a lot of the companies, if you buy from Ford or Chevy or GMC, whatever, they have some built-in things for towing and roadside assistance and things like that. So you don't always need that. But let me give you a rundown. There's with Co-operative Insurance in Middlebury, they have a thing called, and Co-op is funny. You watch TV and a lot of the nationals have these fantastic names for these add-ons. Co-op's like, just call it what it is. It's a bundle. So it's really called the Co-op Auto Bundle.
Okay.
So what it includes, and I'm going to tell you what it includes before I tell you what it costs. So it gives you rental reimbursements. So if you're in a cover loss and you needed to rent a vehicle, it will give you up to $50 a day, not to exceed $1,500 to rent a car.
Well, but I mean, $50, that'd be a month. At $1,500, that's a lot of rental,
right? And it's up to that. So obviously there's protocol, but
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is. That will get you a fairly nice vehicle for up to a month if you needed it.
Right.
If your vehicle is in for repair for a month, it's probably a total and just replace it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, $1,500, $50 a day, that's 30 days.
Yeah, that'll take you up to that.
That's a lot of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they have towing and labor. It's a reimbursement of up to $100. So that could be really anything. You have a dead battery, or you ran out of gas, or in my case, I had a vehicle that just wouldn't start, and I didn't know why. I had this coverage, and I got it towed. I paid the towing company, and then I brought the invoice into myself because we can cut the check in our office. Yeah. And you get to $100 reimbursement for towing.
That's
of the vehicle.
Awesome, yeah.
Now, and they just recently added, without taking away that towing and labor reimbursement, they added roadside assistance with a 24-hour phone number. So if you're local and you know a towing company, and you can call them and have them tow you and bring you, bring the invoice in to get reimbursed, that's great. If you're not local or don't know a towing company, call that roadside assistance toll-free hotline and they'll dispatch for you, which is pretty nice.
That's awesome.
They also have loan lease gap coverage built in. Gap coverage is
gap coverage.
That's what happens if you have what's considered a total loss and you owe more on the vehicle than what it's worth.
Okay.
It covers the difference. Yes, minus any late payments or negative equity.
So you don't go in the hole. That's awesome.
Exactly, and I had a buddy have that happen years ago, and it's not fun. There's also a pet medical reimbursement on here. Yeah, you're giving me that look. Pet medical reimbursement. So when my dog was still with us, she pretty much rode with me everywhere except for to work. And if I was in an accident with my dog and she needed immediate medical attention, I would have up to $500 to pay the vet for immediate medical attention.
That's unreal.
Yeah. So how much do you think that costs a year?
I don't know. It's going to be stupid, like $2 a year.
$50 a year.
So it's that's pretty amazing.
Total. And it's not per vehicle. So if you have one car and you add this, you're paying $50 a year.
That's like $3.50 a month.
Right. You have two cars, you're paying $50 a year total. 5 cars, you're paying $50 a year total.
No,
There's no increase for additional vehicles.
That's crazy, and that's more like $4 a month. 4 times 10 is 40. 4 times 12 would be 48. So it's $4.12.
Right. It's totally worth having
It's
that.
totally.
I mean, I love this thing. The second that they announced this, I put it on my policy.
If you're driving a new car, I love the one you had where they get a brand new car, same year, a replacement of the same model and current model year.
Right.
That's really cool.
That's just awesome to have.
Yeah, I love all of these add-ons.
These are really great to have. And one kicker on this co-op bundle is that if you have a vehicle that you put on your policy, if you have 4 cars, 1 car's liability only, this wouldn't trigger coverage because it has to be a covered type of loss to trigger this. So you have to have at least comprehensive in addition to liability for that to be of benefit.
So next week.
I have a good one next week, actually.
Well, I want to ask you about this now. Let's say you're somebody who's real into car stereos, and your car gets totaled and your stereo gets mangled, and you can get into a new car, but you're going to be out of pocket for the stereo. I want you to look into.
Somebody's been Googling.
All right. Yeah, you need to go look it up and see what you can find.
No, I'm good. I know the answer to that, so we'll talk that next week.
All right. Good Policies brought to you by the Barrett Insurance Agency at thebarrettinsuranceagency.com.
TheBarrettAgency.com.
Oh, it's thebarrettagency.com.
Yes, you had it right for so long. And
I just didn't bring up my stupid reader this morning.
Also on Facebook, just look for Barrett Insurance Agency. See, I did that just to mess with you, Val.
Yeah.
TheBarrettAgency.com, on Facebook, Barrett Insurance Agency.
Barrett Insurance Agency, and the phone number.
748-5224.
All right, we'll talk next week. Hopefully we're talking about stereo.
Oh, yes, sir. Have a great week.
You too. Weather's up next.